Hello Dreamers, and welcome back to another Dreams video. In this one, we're going to be talking about two things they kind of alluded to in the last bit of coverage that Game Informer did, and a tool that I found on MM's last live stream they did for their spooky Halloween themed live stream. So to start off, we're going to go with the tool that I saw. It's a spline tool. This tool right here. For the DualShock, it looks like you just kind of put down the tool and then stretch it out to where you think you'll need it. You can lengthen or shorten it from there. And you can also scale the end. I don't know if you can scale middle sections of it. That'll be amazing if you can. I wouldn't doubt that you can. And you can make these amazing, complex shapes that with any other traditional editor would take a long time compared to this. You'd have to... There's a lot. You'd have to do a lot. I don't know the exact method of getting the splines to work in traditional software, but when you think of making these kind of shapes, it makes sense that they do it like this. Also, for the move controls, it's very tactile. You just hold it and angle it where you need it. Kind of like stretching a string between your two hands and just making it work. I love how the move controllers in this engine are just so very intuitive. Everything seems to be where you'd expect it to be, at least what I've seen when we get in our hands this year for the beta. So many things. I'm so looking forward to this and just seeing how far this thing goes, and I hope it goes very, very far. So, as far as the next thing goes, two questions they kind of alluded to, or two questions that were asked and they kind of didn't answer in a way that made me think, and they said kind of maybe in some kind of things, and they didn't say no. So I'm going to play the first one for you guys. I believe this one is about future server support, so let me play that for you guys.
Dream Central wants to know, do you plan on adding custom server support in the future so certain dreams can host more than 10 players simultaneously? Basically, they're asking if we can do future MMO support.
I see.
Ooh, who knows? I mean, I think for us, it's like we'll see what people really desperately want once we launch.
I mean, I think when we fully attack the multiplayer online side of things, that's when we'll nail all that stuff. But we've not even talked about that bit yet, to be honest with you. So,
Don't know.
So, like I said, they didn't really say too much, but they did allude to a maybe. And if this goes as far as I hope it will, which is everybody and their dog is using it, it's a server using things like the Amazon backend servers that you can use, or whatever other server architectures that you can use, or just stuff like server hosting that you do for like Minecraft and things. If we can get that type of integration into what I'll just call real world backends, or whatever you want to call it, stuff that we already use and things that pull dreams kind of out of that it's a game but you can make stuff in it realm and more into this is a professional tool. And there's another thing we'll get to in a minute. Then it will become this new paradigm of the entire industry of making anything. Think of we have a ton of VR stuff, at least for the Vive, where it's go look at this architecture thing or go build this over here, but it's so contrived. And even let's see, I was building something I think in SketchUp or something, or Blender, and then I exported it from there to a site called Sketchfab, where you have a VR kind of thing. And that's great, but you can't iterate on it while in Sketchfab. You have to go back to your original program and bring it all through your pipeline again. And that's not even texturing. Sketchfab doesn't, or at least how I did it, I didn't put any textures on it. In Dreams, you can do the entire pipeline in the same screen. So you can make a demo room, texture it, walk around it in VR, and change whatever you need to. And then you can say, hey, I need you to see this, send that file to somebody else. I don't know if we'll have specific send file, but we'll be able to maybe even make a lobby for our business in VR using Dreams. The amount of things that we'll be able to do professionally and hobbyist and enthusiast level things, I try not to say is an infinite amount of things you can do, because everything has a number. But I haven't seen a limit yet. The only limit I've ever thought of so far, and that's only because I haven't seen what the graphics engine on this engine can do, is how realistic we can get. Can we make those AAA photorealistic games that are coming out now, like Star Citizen, God of War, Call of Duty? What was the newest one? I don't know what the newest one was. Doesn't matter. Focusing on dreams. So this next bit is about PC support. And I'd go a bit further to think of this question also for just desktop in general. So let me play this for you.
Nonsense. Gus, of course, says, hey, can you guys just put it on PC? Having something so amazing on a console that's kind of time limited is a real bummer.
I mean, we've just got to finish. We've just got to get this beta out this year. You know, like we're just busy.
Yeah, but that's
a good question.
That's not beyond the realms
that's
of.
A good question,
that's.
We need to obviously, we've got to get the game out.
Not beyond the realms of ellipses was Mark's quote. I love that answer.
So again, they don't really say no. They kind of just say maybe. But let's see what happens with the platform first. And I actually will be making another video on kind of this subject of future dreams. And I actually just found a video in the middle of making this whole thing, this video that you're watching. I found 2 other videos that kind of dive deeper into the future past PS4 of dreams. So stay tuned for that. That should be coming out next week on the same day, so next Friday. So dreams on PC. The reason they didn't say no is because if this were to go bigger than a game on a console, like everyone calls Dreams a game that doesn't know what Dreams is. If you know what Dreams is, it is a game engine with a supported social function. So it's kind of like if YouTube had a recorder, like if YouTube and OBS were the same program, that also had Premiere in it, and also had Audacity in it. So if you had like the entire Adobe suite that also had tutorials in there that was part of YouTube, that's what Dreams is like. It is a 3D engine that also has audio stuff. It also has effects, 2D options. It also has video options, and everything is done in a simple manner, and you can learn on it. There are, they said, like over 100 tutorials in the game itself. So this game could very well, sorry, I misspoke. This engine can possibly go bigger than 1 any game engine, 2 any game. It can be as popular as something that everyone uses. Maybe like as popular as, I'm trying to think of a software that everyone uses because it does things that everyone needs, but not everyone uses every facet of it. Because it's such a deep thing to have. Like, you don't have to make anything 3D. You can make only 2D. You can make only sound. You can score things. And the back end, or at least the social function, will support that. You can be someone who's known for making music. Be someone who's known for making characters. You could be someone known for making good environmental props. And that's what they've really hammered home with this. So I've rambled on quite enough for this episode. Stay tuned, and I'll have more about Dreams, and hopefully the beta coming soon. It is releasing sometime this year. I will be streaming and doing gameplay and tutorials on that as far as I know. I don't know if I'll know much to teach other people, but I'll try. So stay tuned here, and so other people that like the video or will like the video can find it, and also subscribe for more Dreams and other gaming stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.